Hello, welcome back to Blender CC Live Learning. In this episode, I want to show you some kind of demonstration of using Blender, Python, and AI to help us to kind of make like a random 3D text objects in the scene. And for the 3D text objects, we want to replace it with the name of fruit or name of anything, right? In the past, if you are using Blender 3.6, as you already know if you watch my older video, I work a lot with sphere chalk nodes because with sphere chalk it's already like a really powerful node system that's slightly different from geometry nodes, but you can do a little bit more, especially if you know a bit of Python. But the sphere chalk nodes actually can do a lot. You know, like you can have like a script node and do things. So in this case, I started with a simple text like this actually. So before I have all this stuff, I started with just a simple text like hello, and then I use repeat nodes, and then I duplicate it 100 times. Right? We have this hello, and I have this random scalar and then randomizer. If I turn this off, you know, we get this random points in spherical position, but I can randomize it further like that. So this is like a vector positions, and then we just plug it into matrix in, and then we plug it into this typography viewer nodes, and we have a bunch of text objects. They are all real text objects in Blender. They are not like instance curve or anything like geometry nodes. And yeah, it's with the text hello. If I want to replace this with a list of fruits name, which I just duplicated 100 times, I can create a text object and then use the text in node in SphereChalk, join and separate the string, etc. with the nodes, and then I can just use that, and then we have the text being replaced with the fruits names, right? I kind of wondering, okay, the same thing, since SphereChalk add-on doesn't work on Blender 3 on Blender 4.1 yet. This is where it might be interesting if we, you know, if we just copy this and then bring it into Blender 4.1. It's really cool. We can just copy and paste like that actually. So this is if we use a Python script random text. Of course, the whole idea is really at some point we can talk to Blender using AI. I'm 100% sure Blender should be trained with AI to help the users. Of course, at this point, you can already do scripting, Python scripting, right? So let me ask, using Blender script, replace the text of currently selected 3D text object with list of random fruits names. Okay, yeah, fruit names given as a list for active objects, maybe active selected objects. Replace it with a random fruit names, copy this. Let me try if this actually works. It might not get it right the first time. Sometimes you get lucky. So fruit names, blah, blah, blah. Select objects. Run it. Oh, okay. Doesn't seem to be doing it for us. That's not working. Revise the code. I need to select replace content of 3D text with random fruit name. User will already select 3D text objects in the scene. Okay, selected objects. Okay, this is correct. and do a loop, and for each selected objects get a random choice of the fruits from the list. Okay, this seems to be a little bit better. Select, replace. So this time, yeah, it is correct, right? It's very simple. It's already done the job for us. This thing, okay, with the fruit name and the list, I think we can make this a little bit better. Okay, new conversation. Give me fruit names in French. List of fruit names in French. One fruit per line. So I can use Meta AI or ChatGPT. Sometimes one perform better than the other. Okay, that's if it's a list. Okay. Okay, that's really weird. Okay, it works before. Give me random fruit names in French, separated by comma and lines. Right. Cool. We can do it that way. Put them in quotes. This is better because it needs to be a string value, and we are putting a string list. We are putting a string values into list. This is Python, of course. If you don't know, Python is a scripting language, and then we are using it inside Blender. So yeah. Oh, okay. Invalid syntax. Okay. Yeah, we need to write it that way. Now we have fruit names in French. Kiwi, fraise, raisin, citron, pomme, which is like, I think, apple. Orange is orange. Okay, cool, right? Now we can, how about in Japanese now? Oh, right. Maybe select the text objects and then, okay. Invalid syntax again. Okay. Now we need to randomize the color so it looks nicer. Yeah. So we got the fruit names now. You see, the whole process is becoming really streamlined. So you just provide an idea, right, and then just replace it. At the moment, it's just like a typography, 3D text. Maybe at some point we can tell AI, okay, I need actually like a real fruit. Can you source it from Sketchfab, or generate fruits in 3D mesh and just replace every text with the fruits? Yeah, that will be probably the next video. But yeah, like I said, at some point I want to be able to, for the AI to understand what, like human language, provide the prompts. Hey, make a random fruits name as a 3D text, right? And having Sverchok or geometry nodes as a visual nodes is nice because we have like something that's easy to understand for us, and we can make changes, right? If we don't want it to be random, if we want it to be like a grid, yes, so okay, just replace it with a grid. And I don't want it to be too random. grid, more like a grid of text. 4x4x4, 64, 125. Okay, doesn't matter. Copy. Paste. With all the text still selected, we can replace it with a Japanese one. Yeah, sometimes it's refusing it. But at some point, we, like I said, we can perhaps, okay, tell the AI, find all these fruits maybe as an image or as a 3D objects, and then you bring them as an asset inside a folder, and then replace everything with it, right? So maybe let's skip that. This is the rotations, which is, yeah, it's up to you whether you want to rotate it like that or not. Size. Okay. This is not too random. It's a grid. It's nicely placed as a grid. At the moment, this is because this is the fastest I can show to you as a demo, you know. Now this is the Blender script, and you can replace it with a with the Japanese text, and each of them is still like real text. Yeah, I found this kind of nice to be able to do this. It's not instance objects, it's real 3D objects, so it might get heavier, but still you can make arrangement and you can replace the text name. It's easy. It's become really easy. You don't know, even if you don't know the script, maybe you are you will kind of want to learn the scripting anyway. Eventually you will learn, okay, it grabs the selected objects and then using this Blender script, get context of selected object and then replace it with the name. So it's, you need to select the objects first, and then it's doing a loop for each object in the selected objects. If the object type is font, text of the object data of the body, just get the random choice of the fruit names. I actually tried this the other day, and I have a different script from the AI. This is a name of animal's name in Indonesian, and yeah, define get random sushi name. This is the functions to get random sushi names from here. It's kind of nice, right? It's a different script, but still works the same, slightly different. This part is similar, and then it's got a printout. So we already have we learned two different ways to script it. Now the Sketchfab. Yeah, if with the Sketchfab and AI can work together, I don't think it does yet, but it's possible. Find the downloadable 3D objects, for example. Okay, we want, for example, banana. This might be like open source banana, right, somewhere. Okay, this is an open source banana. I want to replace this with this banana. Oh, 16 megabyte of GLB, and then we can instance and replace it. This is objects in 3D, and this is also our objects in 3D, and they have the transform, so we can perhaps source the transform and just replace it with the instance of random objects using geometry nodes, right? So that's probably for the next video. You know, it can be random. You can scatter objects randomly pretty easily, and each of the objects, maybe it could be smarter. So if the object is banana, let's name it banana, and then each of the text objects will be replaced with the real banana assets. Okay, yeah, maybe I should try that. Apple, replace apple with apple, orange with orange, things like that. This is if it's open source, it's you can download it. It's that simple. Okay, sometimes on the Mac, on the Safari, it doesn't allow to download. Okay, anyway, that's for the next video. Hopefully you find this kind of useful. So I wish SphereChalk can work with latest Blender 4.1, because otherwise I need to use the older. But like, as you can see, you can copy paste at least. I still kind of like this idea, have a text as input, SphereChalk nodes, being able to replace this on the fly. Reload. And yeah, anyway, you got the idea. So, and the AI, of course, very helpful, especially because it's understand Blender's Blender Python and script. Meta AI actually understand Blender script pretty well. So far, I'm still thinking for hundreds ideas that I can incorporate and then create lessons like this. So hopefully you find it useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.